It felt like a gigantic movie. It felt like a huge movie being made. Um, the only real difference is that it felt like we had a lot of ownership of this movie, unlike doing something like a big comic book Marvel piece where
Hi, Winston. Hi, Zazie. Thank you so much for your time. It's a pleasure to talk to you both. Amazing performance. So I'm gonna start with you, Winston. What was about Edson's script that got your attention?
oh man, so I just saw a lot of opportunities in Edson's script after reading it. And a thing that I always look for is like, I read both as an actor and as an audience member. And I love going on a trip. So I love feeling like I climbed a mountain. I love feeling like the characters and the entire story ends in a different place than where it began. And I left that reading being like, oh my God, where am I? Who am I now? And I knew I wanted to go on that journey both as an actor and one day see that on screen.
Yeah, the movie is amazing, and also Emma, your character Zazie is she's beautiful. How did you approach her? How did you prepare to play her?
I think I had sort of a unique experience to play a character that doesn't have a backstory, um, and there was nothing to actively create around it. And I think, which really emphasized a feeling of presence and really of just being in the moment, almost like a baby, I suppose, and just like seeing and feeling and smelling and tasting everything for the first time and interacting with someone for the first time and really taking in Will. And that to me, I think it was an interesting thing to have to continue. I had to always remind myself, because as someone who has lived in the world, things do become mundane, and interaction is mundane to a degree. And for Emma, it wasn't. And I think it was a nice practice for me as a C to be in that place, and then also to connect with somebody kind of in that open and sort of in that open kind of like spiritual world of, I want to see you, I'm interested, and I've never experienced or seen this before. So
Yeah. Yeah, coming back to you, Winston, it's made a difference for you to film in order, then because usually it's like you film one scene there and another there. That changed that for you?
Uh, you know, I've shot other things in order. I feel like working with Edson, this movie felt gigantic, even though it exists in the independent film model. We shot this in 24 days, but what we did in 24 days was so big. It was so strenuous. We were rehearsing scenes, the next scene that we would have to shoot while we were shooting, a scene prior. So Zazie would be, in another room, and we'd be running lines and like working on like what we thought would work in the next scene while we shot the scene that we had, to do at hand. We were shooting pages upon pages of dialogue per day. Like every day we came in, and I was almost in every single scene. So I would come in and I would say, how are we going to get today done? This is so much. This is like 14 pages to be shot. And on a regular movie, sometimes you get through like 3 pages of dialogue a day with like the setups and the actions and things like that. And we would get through every single thing every single day. So it felt like a gigantic movie. It felt like a huge movie being made. Um, the only real difference is that it felt like we had a lot of ownership of this movie, unlike doing something like a big comic book Marvel piece where, it's like stand there, do this thing, make it look good. You don't really feel like you own those. This movie, I feel like every day we left set feeling like we contributed to the ownership of 9 days.
Thank you so much, guys, for your
thank
time.
you.
Thank you.
Jana.
Bye
Bye.
bye. If you like this video, don't forget to comment, to like, and subscribe to our channel right here.